Alright, so here we are once again. I'm glad to be presenting to you, and for those who don't know, I'm Matthew Kelly, and this is for our speech class. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on in. This is going to be our uh, descriptive speech, and I'm going to be giving you a description on how to make a Cincinnati chili. So let me give you a little backstory on it. A little while back, I took a position at Akron in Cincinnati. While I was there, I befriended a coworker who ended up taking me over to his house to eat dinner with his family. His wife made some chili, and it happened to be very unique, something I haven't had before. I was very curious on how it was made and what it all entailed. A few days later, I ended up seeing a chili restaurant down the road. Ended up stopping in and trying it, and happened to be the exact same recipe. So the next time I saw him or saw his wife, I ended up asking her for the recipe, and now I'm going to give it to you. So let's start off. We need to gather our materials. We're going to need one medium-sized pot, one large-sized pot. We're going to need 3 to 4 cups of water for the medium-sized pot. We're also going to need spaghetti noodles. We're going to put spaghetti inside the medium-sized pot. We're going to set it on the stove and we're going to let it get to boiling. While this is doing that, we're going to go ahead and take the large-sized pot. We're going to take our large thing of ground beef, at least 2 pounds. We're going to season it. We're going to brown it. And we're going to get it to the way we want our base beef to taste. Once we get this taken care of, we're then going to add some beef stock to it. Okay, and I've never cooked with beef stock before except for this recipe, but let me tell you, it tastes great. So we let that simmer for about 20 minutes. While we're doing that, we can go ahead and get the other ingredients prepared. Our other ingredients are going to be some minced garlic, at least 2 cups of onion, white or red, your choice. We're also going to need some cumin. This is going to take, let's see, we're going to have about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. We're also going to take some cayenne pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon of that. We're also going to take some ground clove, and that's going to be about 1/3 of a teaspoon. We're going to need 3 bay leaves, preferably not crushed up. You want them whole because I don't know if you've had bay, but it's really, really strong. One of the interesting factors of this chili is going to have some chocolate, unsweetened chocolate, cooking chocolate. And it's going to have some cinnamon in it. The cinnamon, the amount you're going to need on that is going to be 2.5 teaspoons. And for your chocolate, you're going to need 2 3/4 tablespoons of chocolate. We're also going to put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. We're going to put 1/2 teaspoon in there. Give it a little spice, a little kick. Also, we need to go, if you haven't already purchased or if you have some in your cabinet, you need to put some beans in there. Any type of beans really work. Myself, I like kidney beans, let's put it that way. So I put 2 cans of kidney beans in there. Also put some tomatoes, any type of tomatoes, canned, fresh. Normally I end up going with two cans of Rotel instead of the chili tomatoes or whatever, but I like the Rotel tomatoes, so I put that in there. And we're going to need some parsley, and that's kind of more of a aesthetics thing. It makes it look pretty at the end. So now that I've mentioned all we're going to need, we're going to go back to our pot because by now it's probably already boiling, nice and simmered, been sitting there. So with the beef stock already there, you're going to take your onion that you just chopped up, your 2 cups of it, you're going to pour it in there. You're going to stir it around. You're going to let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. Yeah, check on your noodles, make sure they're getting nice and done. They should be getting pretty close to being done by now. It shouldn't take that long to cook some noodles. So you go back to drain the noodles. Once those are drained, set them off to the side. Put a little olive oil on, make sure they don't get all stuck together and crispy and everything. You just kind of cover them up, let them set. Now you go to your big pot where all your stuff is, where your meat and simmering and onion and beef broth. And you add the rest of your ingredients, your garlic, your cumin, clove, unsweetened chocolate, all that yummy stuff. You're going to add all that together. You're going to mix it in, and you're going to let it set for another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? So while you're doing that, you can either fix a side item or a drink, preferably. I end up going with some corn on the cob, because I like chili with corn on the cob on the side, or maybe some cornbread. Anyways, once the 10 minutes is up, then you're going to go in, you're going to turn the heat down as low as it can go and let it set with some bay leaves inside of it. And this is one of the key factors is the parsley. Key factors is the bay leaves and parsley at the end. I don't know what it is, but whenever you smell it, you're going to smell the cinnamon and the chocolate right off the bat. But when you taste it, you're going to actually taste that bay leaf flavor. It gives it really nice flavor. So for the last 20 minutes of this, you're going to basically let it simmer with all your ingredients stirred up inside, and your bay leaves are going to bring out that actual kick to it. And once it's done, take your bowl or plate, however you want to serve it, stick the spaghetti in there, cover it, make sure it's nice and covered with your chili sauce, or your chili with a little bit of juice in there. And you're going to want to cover it with cheese. Now, in Cincinnati, they end up putting as much cheese on it to where you cannot see anything. It looks like a bowl of cheese, basically. And it has a little bit of parsley flakes on top. Myself, I like to be able to see a little bit of the noodles. Don't get me wrong, I like my cheese, but I still like to see my food. So, this is up to you on how you want to do it, but that's just my suggestion. And this has been my descriptive speech on how to make chili. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy the food. And we will talk to you next time.